Hi, my name's Kevin. I'm the original owner of the house, and I'm going to make a short video for you to teach you how to maintain this really easy to maintain fish tank. First of all, I want to thank you for purchasing the house, and I also want to thank you for allowing the fish tank to stay here, because it would be really difficult for me to actually move this out of state. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make two quick videos. This first video is just going to be kind of an overview of the tank and how to change the water. So number one, the most important step for any fish tank is to constantly recycle the water. I'm not aware of how much experience you guys may have with fish tanks, but the maintenance of this particular fish tank is very easy, and it does not take a lot of time at all. So real quick, I'm gonna bring the camera down here. I wanna explain to you the power plug. So one of them is for the filter, which is over here. This is an Eheim 2211. The other one, a plug here we've got is for the light. Another plug we have here is for the heater, and then a fourth plug is for the little spinnerette thing. I'll show you real quick. It powers this little thing right here, which is spinning. It just kind of generates air and generates water flow. So those are the four things that is powering. First thing you want to get is make sure you have all your materials and all your things. You're gonna want this black bucket right here. You're gonna want this white bucket over here as well. I'm gonna leave those for you. The next thing you're gonna want is this siphon. So this is just a regular siphon that you can find anywhere. I'll leave this for you too as well. Next thing I have as well is this large igloo thing over here. This is just for carrying the water outside of the house when you siphon it from the tank. This one I will also leave for you, and it'll be in the backyard for you when you get here. And then obviously just a little towel here and a towel there, just to make sure that you don't get the floor wet, because it can become a little slippery if water falls on it. So first things first, there is a lid. Some of the fish do like to swim around really fast, so sometimes I have had fish jump out, so I installed a lid. This lid comes off very easily. It just goes like this, so up and down, and then if you want to put it back, it just slides right in. But to make your job a little easier, I'm gonna go ahead and remove it just like this, and then just kind of set it down somewhere so that you don't step on it. So the next step is this light up here. This light is adjustable, so you can move it back and forth. So as you can see, I'm moving it. Move it up, you can move it back. Next thing, there's a little plastic piece that looks like this. This plastic piece just goes in the back to prevent the fish from jumping out, because I require a little bit of space back here to make sure that the wires and all the piping can go into the fish tank. So go ahead and remove that real quick. So first step, very easy. You're gonna take this thing right here, this is the siphon, and you're gonna want to siphon all the water from the fish tank, or not all the water. You're gonna want to siphon the water about maybe 1/3, maybe 1/2 to 1/3, and siphon it into here. So very easy. All you gotta do, take the bigger end and put it in here, and make sure you don't siphon any fish, because these fish are small. So once you have it in there, you want to make sure that the other end is inside of your thing. And then really easily, you just kind of do this. You squeeze it a couple of times. Once you start squeezing a couple of times, water will automatically start flowing from the fish tank into there. So all you gotta do now is just hold it. So like I said, be careful that you don't siphon up any fish, because there are baby fish in here, and small ones. But all you gotta do is press this thing a couple of times and water will start flowing. So you'll leave this here for maybe about a couple of minutes. The water flows pretty fast. Oh, I did forget to mention something real quick. Make sure you unplug the first two plugs before we start doing this. So, yeah, so you want to unplug the filter and then unplug the power for the little current airflow thing. You can go ahead, just unplug the front two, the first two only. That way, the filter's not running as you're cleaning the tank. So you're gonna let this run for a bit. And really, it's up to your judgment how much water you want to cycle. At a bare minimum, you want to switch at least 1/4 of the tank. So when it gets to the blue igloo, you probably want to at least change maybe when the water level in the igloo gets to about halfway or 3/4 of the way and that's basically enough. So I'm gonna let it drop down a little bit more. Right now, it looks like we have about, I would say maybe 1/4 of the tank. So just keep holding it. Let's just like this. I don't know if you can see because I'm blocking it, but yep, just like this. Water will keep siphoning over into the tank. Normally I would cut this part out, but I'm not very good at making videos. I don't normally upload videos to YouTube, so this is a first for me. So right now it's gone down to about, I would say probably, yeah, still 1/4. So I'm gonna do a little bit more, but in the essence of time, I might cut it short a little bit. So once it gets down to the point where you think, okay, that's enough water, you want to make sure you kind of just be careful grabbing this. You be careful taking it out. Oh, come on. There's a fish stuck in here. Oh no. Come on. So you want to take this and just kind of lift it up just like this. And then just put the water in here. There's going to be, oops, I missed. There's going to be extra water. And then just be careful, try not to spill anything. So let me bring this real quick so you can see. So as you can see, we've got about maybe 1/3 of the water down. And then over here in the blue igloo thing, maybe 2/3 of water is quite enough. I'll put you over here. So once you've done that, one of the things I like to do, obviously, is to scrape the glass. I have just a normal sponge here. I'll leave this here as well. All you really have to do is just kind of scrape the glass. Scrape the algae off to make it look a little cleaner. So reach in here. The fish are okay. Like they're not really scared of your fingers. There are some snails in here, so just be careful not to not to crush any. But essentially, what you're gonna do is just rub it like this and scrape away any of the algae. So I'm gonna do this real quick. And then every now and then you can use the tank water down here to wash your sponge off. And then continue scraping. So, you can get down here, you can get your entire arm into the tank. So usually I just scrape the front and the sides. It's kind of hard to reach in the back, so you'll notice the back is not really that clean. It's just the back is just not really reachable with all the stuff inside of it. So I normally just clean the fronts and the sides. So once that's done, The next step is obviously you want to refill the water. So let me show you real quick what we need to refill the water with. So I'm gonna leave this in the cabinet as well. It's called Prime. So you wanna put a little bit of this every time you fill it with water. So let me bring this over to the kitchen real quick. So very, very simple, very easy. Go ahead and just take tap water, move everything in the sink, turn it on, and put it in. So once you put, for every full black pail that you fill with water, you want to fill just about that much. Very little. That's all you really need to do. And put it in there. This is basically a dechlorinator. It removes any harmful chemicals from the water. So I'm gonna move this camera back here while that fills up. So just be careful moving it back over, don't spill any water. Once you bring it over here, just very, very gently pour it back into the tank. Try not to pour too much water too fast because it will disturb the sand and it can get a little messy if you pour it too fast. So notice how I'm using, there's a corner thing over here, I'm using that kind of to displace the water. I'm just pouring it on top of it so that it doesn't create too much kinetic energy. And so just keep pouring it, pouring it, pouring it, pouring it, pouring it, pouring it. So that took up about maybe a couple of inches. So you're probably going to need to do this about, I would say 5 or 6 times before you fill it all the way back up to this black bar. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the video short here and then fill it the rest up and then go on to the next video.